This is a concept I haven't explained too much on stream, but I'm going to explain it now. We're going to paint for this one because it's a little complicated. So you have a total value in terms of like how much money you've invested into the round. And we're just going to call that like M sub S. Stands for money spent. So when your M sub S trends towards 0, then the proportion of your money that's invested into utility, here you sub M, grows. It trends towards 100% of your economic investment. So here we can see we're on like eco. Obviously our nade is free, but abilities in general go up in value as our guns are weaker, because abilities never become stronger or weaker. They're always the same strength, regardless of the round we're on. So this grenade's relative strength compared to our pistol is much higher than its relative strength compared to our phantom. This is important because you're going to notice the higher your like U sub M, the more careful you want to be with your utility. And the inverse is true as well. So if you have like an operator and the enemy team has a bunch of classics, then your utility becomes a lot less important and you can kind of throw it out there. You just throw it. Here, because they're on a buy and we're not, our grenade is one of like the most important abilities we have available to us. It can get us a kill if they make a mistake. So for example, maybe one of them crosses over here. Or if we have grenade in that situation, it can net us an entire kill against their buy. So because that's one of the only ways we can get a kill this round with a classic pistol against specters, using our nade off rip to push them off this angle like this is really bad. Really bad. It's suboptimal because this grenade is super valuable this round. I hope that makes sense.
If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join my official Discord over at discord.gg/woohoojin. Here you can enter free raffles to win free VOD review live on stream. You can also support me with a premium membership, which unlocks access to private VCT restreams, professional player analysis, shared professional strategy channels, and much more. Enjoy the video.
Fracture. Ascendant 2. Wait, what rank did Darrow start? Diamond.
Target clear. Clear target पूरा.
Enemy and attacker spawn. Flash out. I got enemies. A.
You hear one? Yeah. Easy.
Spike down.
आजा ब्रिज सामने फाइट कर आजा आजा
God, it's too easy for him.
Bait था इधर drop.
ropes there
Nice round.
Spikes in attacker.
Good round. I like the satchel. I like the contest. Only thing I don't like is how that Viper Molly caught us and we felt pressured to peek. Yeah, so this is an important note.
Demon दो
So these satchels are alright. This kill's great. This nade is okay. Now what you need to understand is that you've basically put your team in a huge winning position and we should chill. You don't want to swing here because your location is directly known, and it's way better if you just chill because this Viper coming behind you is going to swing and this guy here is going to be holding your angle and that Viper is going to peek somewhere else at them and then you'll swing again. So we need some patience here because it would improve like the effective strength of our plan. And there's no threat from them while you're in cover. They don't have any like damaging util. So yeah, this is a bit of an overheat.
अरे human भी है.
Nice.
फ्लैश है क्या ब्रिज आया नहीं कर 3 2 1
One down.
कर 3 2 1
Yeah, we overheated a bit again. You've got great space. You've held the site and now you get greedy. This is greedy. You wanted to peek with flash. They've got 3 people. So you know that they're all A main. Because you just pushed through dish and arcade and saw absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. So they're all A main. And so all it takes is one of them not getting flashed for you to peek into a Vandal with a Spectre through a Viper wall, which is just terrible. Isn't it okay to be greedy though? This isn't greed. This is error. And also it depends on the player. I don't coach like the wide audience. I coach the player I'm reviewing. And Darrow is overstepping right now. Like that wall's up. You have numbers advantage and you've held the site completely. When you come through this wall like this, there's just so much danger and you don't have easy escape. Like you walk through the wall, but they can like kind of spray you. So I'd only like this if you could get the homies to do it with you.
एक B में, 2 B में. अरे
डीज देख लो वहां से डीज देख लो थोड़ा
आने जाने दियो
That nade is quite early.
आर्केड तेरा देख रहा हूँ
आर्केड कोई नहीं है आर्केड कोई नहीं है
What the hell? There's that word.exe. Yeah,
एक आर्केड
this isn't the worst. This fight's pretty good for us. Unfortunate, we got owned.
प्लांटिंग
प्लांट
हट गया लेफ्ट में लेफ्ट
Yeah, that's tough. This is just a Razult thing. When you pop Razult, you almost always want to have the high ground because Raze Ultimate is most effective if you can aim it at the feet of your opponents. So from like here, I'd probably come this way to pop your ult because it makes a lot more sense from this type of angle because you have high ground, you can see their feet. And it's a lot easier to get the frag.
मैं तेरे साथ साथ
अरे बाप रे 80 लो
आई एम वाइपर आर्केड था
साइड मैं फ्लैश
Man, this Phoenix is out to get you.
ब्रीच
जेट साइड से आएगी
मदद कर
Yeah, you got a satchel, I think. Yep.
Last player standing.
साइड से आएगी
NT, but we're finding ourselves in this very awkward spot here. So what I would probably do in this situation is go to cover A main with Jet. Coming like sand like this is really awkward, like super awkward.
80 लो
And I would try to go main or dish or something. The thing is that breaches sands, at least you can hold sands for retake. Look at the numbers. I wouldn't want to play for retake here. And they've got Viper ult and they just got to pick B. Yeah, and here we need to satchel earlier. They know your location because you naded. You're dead here. So we got to satchel across and gamble that they're not sand. Satchel's a bit delayed. Nice try on the fade though.
रुक
We gave up all of A main.
Flash out.
साइड
डेड चेंबर मेन
एक ड्रॉप
अरे एक तरफ
80 डेक ड्रॉप 80
वन आउट होने वाला है
आ रहे हैं ना
Yeah, try to think of Fracture A sort of like a bind site. So if you give up control of both lanes like this, like full control of them, it's going to become very hard for you to hold the site. Very difficult. So after you nade here, you get that kill and you unswing, you know they have an op. I would probably look to continue playing in this area and try to get this breach to coordinate with me in some manner to fight for the space. Yeah, same idea here. So the indicator here, I'm actually going to mute your volume because that gets really loud. So there's nothing A main, but then there's nothing B main, and there's nothing arcade. So we should notice that by now because we're looking at the minimap because we have our knife out. And now we should either stay A main, like go back with Viper, or like go dish. The rotation doesn't make sense. We're rotating onto the site that has our sentinel with no info. So you're just rotating because, oh, there's nobody A main. But you didn't realize there's also nobody B main or arcade. So dish is actually the most likely threat right now. And now I can My god, he's so loud. Oh my god, this guy's party petering you right now. Kick this guy from your party. You're in the middle of the round and you're answering this guy. On Fracture, is it better to fight for site or fight for main and play retake? Do you mean on A? Because it's a bit different depending on the site. I'm going to assume you mean A for now. And I'm going to say having main control is more important because visualize this. You're on attack. You had to fill to smokes because your team sucks. You've got the bomb. You go to plant A. Your team has all of sight. They peek you right here and kill you. It's the same idea as the showers peak right here.
एक spawn
Down
side
B.
spike लेने जाएगा वो
Planted.
वन शॉट
Oh. Yeah, again, we can't really shoot the ground here. So that people do this and then they'll go, oh, Raze ult sucks. But this isn't Raze ult sucking. This is you not using it correctly. No, you're coping. Raze ult's actually broken, but you have to know how to use it. If you just satcheled up and shot the ground like this, they're dead. They're dead. They're so dead if you just shot the ground. You have to hit the ground with the ult. In this instance, the ult is 0 damage. Yeah, because you hit the wall. You hit the wall. That does nothing. Hitting the wall will do 0 damage.
या ये
I like that. Oh, yeah.
नाइस रे
Nice.
एक
Easy. Good round. Good round. The damage from the ulti has to be here. It's time for paint diagram with Woohoojin. Paint diagram. Okay. Got B site here. So let's say that this is our ultimate damage blast radius. Okay. Oh God, it's going to. You know what? Maybe we can do it on Valoplant with like an ability. So when you hit the wall, this is your blast cone. Notice where half of our ultimate is. It's off the map. When we hit the ground out in the open here, notice where our ultimate is. It's all over the place. It's nearly twice the effective range for the ability. So I hope this visual aid has helped you understand why ulting the wall is just, it's a noob thing to do for raises.
Take a drop.
Even here, by the way, this ult is still on the worst side and it's going to kill and it's going to hit the ground. Actually, I think it hits the wall. The problem is even if it hits the ground here, you're hitting the ground in this spot. And if we take our Brim Molly, you can see the effective blast radius. If we just ulted here, more damage, more damage. On defense, you have a good idea here now. You know what parts of the map need to be fought for, but you give up space too quickly. This is very map specific and very like game specific. So let's quickly go through the maps to give some exceptions. So on Ascent, you don't need lane control to hold B. You actually can just hold it from sight. On A, though, you kind of do want tree control. It's very difficult to hold it from just sight. Breeze is sort of similar, except if you want to like hold B, then you need control of tunnel. So you need this lane control. And similar idea to hold A, you usually need control of halls and sometimes even mid as well. Next map. Fracture is talked about. Haven. There's a lot of exceptions on Haven. Haven to hold C, you really just need backside control. You don't need anything else. B as well, you can kind of let them come in. A, you sort of want a short control. Next map, Icebox. Icebox is kind of difficult. There's not a direct concept, but mid is like the important lane here. I wish I could explain Icebox in more depth. Pearl is very similar. You don't need control of like A main to hold A, but you do need control of A link. And B is similar. You don't need control of B long to hold B, but you do need control of B link. And then Split, since it's coming back, you don't need control of B main to hold B, you need control of Heaven. And you don't need control of A main to hold A, but you do need control of ramps and like mid. Icebox is like the trickiest. This one's the trickiest. NT. He's kind of got owned there. Okay. This is a concept I haven't explained too much on stream, but I'm going to explain it now. We're going to paint for this one because it's a little complicated. So you have a total value in terms of like how much money you've invested into the round. And we're just going to call that like M sub S. Stands for money spent. So when your M sub S trends towards 0, then the proportion of your money that's invested into utility, here you sub M, grows. It trends towards 100% of your economic investment. So here we can see we're on like eco. Obviously our nade is free, but abilities in general go up in value as our guns are weaker because abilities never become stronger or weaker. They're always the same strength regardless of the round we're on. So this grenade's relative strength compared to our pistol is much higher than its relative strength compared to our phantom. This is important. Because you're going to notice the higher your like U sub M, the more careful you want to be with your utility. And the inverse is true as well. So if you have like an operator and the enemy team has a bunch of classics, then your utility becomes a lot less important and you can kind of throw it out there. You just throw it. Here, because they're on a buy and we're not, our grenade is one of like the most important abilities we have available to us. It can get us a kill if they make a mistake. So for example, maybe one of them crosses over here. Or if we have grenade in that situation, it can net us an entire kill against their buy. So because that's one of the only ways we can get a kill this round with a classic pistol against Spectres, using our nade off rip to push them off this angle like this is really bad. Really bad. It's suboptimal because this grenade is super valuable this round. I hope that makes sense. So same idea with that breeze stun. I really hate this util usage we just threw. Trying to use that nade to try and sell a fake. On eco, I don't think so. No, that nade is too important. Yeah, so now by the same logic, this nade is fine. Hope that makes sense. Because now we have the economic advantage. You're using this nade to control some space while you satchel out. You don't need to get maximum value out of your grenade to win this round. So that nade's good. I won't say good, but it's fine.
ऑपरेट ऑपरेट
अरे यार
No. No. It's satchel time here. It's satchel time. So she's blind, falling back dice. This is like super free. Super free. The nade's not bad, but it's just now you're gonna satchel into a nade, and as you see, it just gets really awkward. Okay, okay. Yeah.
चेंबर पीछे चला गया शायद
रोटेशन हो रही है अभी इधर
So now here we shastily not call a rotate. Just look at the minimap. We've taken space of both lanes. Calling a rotate is just
कर लेगा
भी जाओ साइड पर भी लॉक कर
it's so bad. And as you can see, you're gambling everything on this Cypher winning a fight. And now he's given up A main control. And now our position is so much worse because we called that rotate.
Last player standing.
Oh. Oh.
और
Okay, so at this point, I want to see us adjusting our pacing. Because your read has been wrong, you don't have a good read on how they're playing non-meta strategy. In the vent, we can't notice these things. We're failing. Change our pacing dramatically. So right now, we've been WWW, satchel, go, go, go. You have to chill. It's chill time.
ब्रिज दे रहा और वो सैंड्स वाला फ्लैश दे देना स्टन के बाद
So I already don't like what I'm seeing and hearing.
अगर कोई
I think you're about to rush into a breach ultimate. Yeah.
अबे दो को कैसे लेगी
अबे ये ब्रीच आ गया सामने
It wasn't a breach ultimate, but it's the same idea.
शॉटगन चला रहा है बिल्कुल राइट में रुकना मेरे को निकालने दे इसको ऊपर
चेंबर भी है मैं रोटेट कर
You pulled this round out of your ass. Oh, you hit some crazy shots?
मैं वेट कर
मारना लड़ करके मार
Okay. But you can see how we're missing the mark. We're missing the mark on this pacing thing. These offensive notes, you don't have it yet. Our slow pacing was yielding results. Our fast pacing has always been a battle. We push fast and it's 3v4. They have advantage.
नाइस वन
And then we pulled a round out of our ass.
मार लो
What? Against the judge too.
अबे मार लोगे बे तुम
Enemy remaining.
बढ़िया बढ़िया
This isn't pulling the round out of your ass, by the way. He hits you here, and then he misses a judge shot. This is 100% error from that
मार
guy.
लोगे कल
Yeah, we're doing it again.
एक मेरे
तक
सामने
आवाज नहीं आई होगी
The hell?
वापस आ ब्रिज वापस
Yep, क्या है?
भी चलते वापस आ
This is a fake.
चलो भी चलो नाइस चलो
आई एम लो
घुस
मैं
जा
वहाँ
घुस जा
डाल
बॉल डाल घुस जा
Off your feet!
भाई मैं स्टन हो रुक जा
Ult's ready.
वाइपर अभी भी साइड पे है
आर्केड एक
But
आर्केड
that's so unlucky for that guy. Oh, nice.
बढ़िया
आर्केड देखना रे आर्केड एक और एक
मैं देख रहा हूँ
I don't like the nade. I don't like the nade. I call these lazy nades. And sometimes they're all right. But in this situation, it's completely ridiculous.
बढ़िया
This nade is basically like game winning. Like the game's over. You have this nade in the 4v2. Throwing at Jen, what's this actually doing?
आर्केड देखना रे
Yeah, like nothing. They're just falling back if they were there. And now they're coming out right now.
नीचे
अरे
ना
नीचे
तेरे,
बैठा
मैं वही बोलने वाला था
Enemy remaining.
दिखा तो जेट तेरी स्क्रीन पे
नहीं देखो
उधर ही है ना
जी भाई
Okay, okay, okay.